Hey, it's Alec with Limitless Trade Academy. I'm excited to give you an exclusive look into one of my private mentorship sessions. This video that you're about to see starts out with me going over the Limitless Entry Drill, and that's a strategy that I developed and have been using to trade profitably since 2019. This is also the same exact strategy that hundreds of my students, past and current, are using to crush the markets. The video starts out with me going over some past examples of the Limitless Entry Drill, lining up profitable trading opportunities. And then you see me transition into placing a live trade with him using that same exact model in real time. And that should go to show you how evergreen and easy to repeat the strategy actually is. And this is the exact hands-on guidance and real-time mentorship that we offer in the Trade with Limitless mentorship program. So whether you're new to trading or you're looking to sharpen your skills, this session will give you valuable insights into how we approach the markets and the exact environment that I provide my students to actually see parabolic results within their trading journey. Now, before we dive into the video, if you're actually serious about taking your trading to the next level and you want to explore how having a personalized mentorship can help you achieve your goals, I'd love to chat with you. So make sure to respond back in the DMs and let's see how we can work together to reach your trading goals. And that's when you tend to get up there in the risk to rewards.
Yeah.
So does this seem to you as something that has a little bit more structure to it?
Yeah, it does. I still think it would be a little difficult sometimes to actually be able to spot it and notice it, but I mean that's just going to come with
No,
practice,
bro.
right?
Here,
With time.
let's go in real time.
Yeah. It's going to take time for sure.
See what happens. But if we're just super mechanical, we get a break of structure here.
Mm-hmm.
We have a low and a high, and we'd anticipate a push from the 23 at the very least to the 50.
Down.
And if you can
Okay.
get that, it's a winning trade because then you take your profit scaling and you move your stop to break even. And now you get to go ahead and target the other stuff.
Yeah.
Which probably would target, like in here, you see a fair value gap, right? I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
You should see this too. Yeah, this thing seems to be going already. See if I could pull up my Top Step account. Execute this live with you. Might as well take a little setup. Little setup.
Don't let me be a bad influence.
No, you're not.
Order filled.
Here we go.
Order filled.
And we're in. There's also a chance that this runs up
That's what I was going to say.
into the equal highs, but it's a risk you're supposed to be willing to take, you know.
Yeah, so I would have been more looking to take that up rather than down. At least to touch the equal highs, you know.
Putting faith behind the 23.6. We don't even have any fair value gap or anything in here aside from potentially this. So if that doesn't hold, if that doesn't give us a rejection, then it's probably going to be severely wrong, which is okay. It's okay if it is.
There you go.
Yeah, so if this doesn't carry out lower here and break these lows, then I'm gonna look to exit. Now my stop's gonna get scaled above this high, so I'm actively removing my risk.
Yep. So the fair value gap that you called, all the way to the left, those three candles, even if they're pretty much side by side.
It's on the 3-minute time frame.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think If this breaks back up, then probably going to be wrong, but let's see what happens here. Let's just see if this gives us that leg down. That's all we need. I'm not afraid of being wrong. You know, most traders are like, they're in this paralysis of like, oh, what if I'm wrong? It's like, okay, well then, you put risk behind it, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. Move on.
Mm-hmm.
Move on to the next thing, you know? I don't like that we're holding above the 50. We need to be beneath it here. Let's see what happens. Just gotta hang around. Hang around and see what happens. But when it lingers like this, it usually means that it's gonna rip through. Like if you're right, you get immediate feedback. It tends to just move away from that area.
All right.
I mean, we're getting close to power hour. This thing might just give up the ghost and have like 100 handle push to the downside.
That's true.
Looks like we broke that little channel there. So if we can maintain this and get a hefty push to the downside, that's good.
What are you on the 30-second?
Mm-hmm. Need a bigger displacement than that though, and a solid bearish close. Those are two things that we're looking for just to validate. So it would be a strong push that breaks structure,
There you go.
and then a strong close that leaves another fair value gap.
Okay.
And that's like a breakaway gap. It's breaking away from the previous range.
You were right.
Yeah, I'm going to scale off a profit scaling here.
Failed.
So would you take 3?
Mm-hmm. I got 2 contracts running. I'm going to look to take a profit scaling at this low.
Order failed.
Oh, look at that. And now we have this breaker. So if this is going to trade lower, we want to see it reject off of here. Trust me, this stuff works real time.
I mean, again, makes sense. It's all about just implementing it and being able to recognize it.
Yeah, and we have this fair value gap here as well, which could lend some resistance. But our objective was met. All I was looking for was that 50, so nothing else really matters here.
Mhm.
Think this was a success?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
See where this goes down to. See if this gives us our next leg down. It should get us into the 70s if it decides to break from here. Yeah, it's going to break from here. We have this volume imbalance here. So if this can maintain, then it's going to trade lower. Small things that people don't pay attention to.
Yeah, for sure. Called it.
So when this breaks, look to get a more aggressive push down, reaching up into that once again.
Maybe that's what we do for the next one-on-one is I can trade on my side and do some setups.
We got some work to do, man. We got some work to do before we get there.
Yeah, for sure. I need to get further.
Fun as that sounds, we have some work to do. Snap this 50 here. It's gonna give it to us. See that happen here. No shot. It doesn't.
Order filled.
Oh, and I'm out. I'm taking that. We'll book there.
Nice.
There you go. That would be our profit objective. So you see it in real time, man.
Yeah.
Paul, would you mind if I post this on YouTube?
No, man, go ahead.
In real time, man. And this is a great example for, there's a lot of skepticism behind what I do. Obviously, a lot of the dinguses in the industry give guys like me who are fucking as legit as they can possibly be a bad rep, but I mean, we do this in real time, man. We do this in real time.
Yeah, you hit it.
Beautiful. Wow. This would have been a 1 to 6.79 risk to reward, with our initial stop be 1 to 3.73. I love doing that though. This isn't the first time I've done this with a member on a live session. It's just so far we haven't had any losing trades. Whenever I call something on a live session, it hits. on a one-on-one, like
That's awesome.
It's just so fun, man. So fun. All right, bro. Well, I think it's a good place to end our one-on-one session here.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You think we covered all of our bases?
Yeah, I think so. It definitely gives me a better outlook on things and kind of a new lens to be able to look at some of the charts for sure. I appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Sounds good, Paul. Let's make sure let's get a good cadence going with the one-on-ones. Maybe like in 2 weeks you book another one. Get that going.
For sure.
It was good, brother. This was good. Keep it up, man. Congratulations on passing the Top Step account as well. Just when you get that certificate later today, like a couple hours from now, send it into the chat.
Sounds good, man. I will. I'll do it proudly.
Talk to you, man. Take care.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Bye.
Bye-bye. I hope you found that session insightful and got a good feel for how we operate in real time. And remember, that was just a small glimpse of what you'll experience inside the mentorship program. If you're ready to level up your trading game and you want to work closely with me, don't hesitate to book a strategy call. During our call, we can discuss where you're currently at, what your trading goals are, and if everything lines up, I'll share how our mentorship can help you get there faster. Just send me a response back on Instagram for more info, and we'll talk about what your next step should be.